Are you preparing for your next flight? Before you step onto the plane, there are secrets that most passengers never hear about. These flight facts aren't just trivia. They can protect your health, save you money, and even improve your odds in an emergency. By the end of this video, you'll know the insider details that airlines rarely reveal, giving you an advantage every time you travel. And if you love smart travel tips, don't forget to subscribe to Epic Voyage for more hidden truths that can transform the way you fly. Chapter 1. The secret purpose of dimming cabin lights. Cabin lights dimming before takeoff or landing at night may look like an effort to help you relax, but the real reason is preparation for emergencies. If the plane needs to be evacuated in darkness, your eyes will already be adjusted, allowing you to see floor lights, exit signs, and hazards outside. Seconds matter in emergencies. By dimming the lights, the airline gives you those extra seconds to orient yourself. Even though modern aviation is incredibly safe, this precaution remains a global standard because it saves lives. Chapter 2. The truth about oxygen masks. Oxygen masks are shown in every safety demonstration, but few realize how limited their supply is. The masks don't hold a tank of oxygen. Instead, a chemical reaction generates oxygen that lasts about 12 to 15 minutes. That may seem brief, but it's enough for pilots to descend to 10,000 feet, where normal breathing is possible. At high cruising altitudes, a passenger can become unconscious in less than a minute if deprived of oxygen. That's why crew emphasize speed. If a mask falls, secure it right away. It's a detail that can literally mean the difference between life and death. Chapter 3. Why airline hot drinks are risky. Coffee and tea might be staples on the ground, but in the air, they come with risks. The water used for hot beverages is not bottled. It comes from onboard tanks that are not cleaned as often as you'd expect. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency testing has found bacteria and even coliform in samples from some airlines. Many flight attendants avoid these drinks entirely, relying on bottled water or canned beverages instead. For passengers, especially those with sensitive stomachs or weaker immune systems, the safer choice is sealed drinks served directly from containers. Chapter 4. The hidden germ. Hotspots on planes. Bathrooms may seem like the dirtiest place on a plane, but research has shown tray tables often carry more bacteria than lavatory flush buttons. Passengers eat on them, sneeze over them, and sometimes change diapers on them. Cleaning between flights is usually quick and focused on visible messes, not deep sanitation. Seatback pockets are another danger. They often contain used tissues, wrappers, and crumbs, and they're rarely cleaned thoroughly. Even window panels, pressed by thousands of heads and hands, receive little attention. Savvy travelers carry disinfectant wipes, use travel pouches instead of seatback pockets, and avoid direct contact with these surfaces. Chapter 5. Why you should always keep shoes on. The floor of an aircraft looks clean, but appearances can be misleading. Liquids, crumbs, and even bodily fluids are often only wiped away. Bare or socked feet risk exposure to germs and can be hazardous during turbulence if you rush to the lavatory. In an evacuation, passengers may have to walk across rough ground, hot asphalt, or debris. Shoes provide protection and mobility. For comfort, soft slip-on shoes work best. They're easy to remove at security and practical in emergencies. Chapter 6. The best and worst times to use the bathroom. Restroom timing makes a big difference. Immediately after boarding, lavatories may look tidy, but cleaning between flights is usually rushed. Just before landing, they're at their dirtiest after hours of use. The best time is mid-flight, after the first meal service, when demand is low and conditions are better. On long journeys, using the airport restroom before boarding is another strategy. It reduces stress and lets you avoid the rush when everyone scrambles before landing. Chapter 7. Blankets and pillows may not be clean. Airlines often present blankets and pillows in sealed packaging, giving the impression of freshness. But flight attendants reveal that only unused sets are cleaned. Used ones can be folded, rebagged and redistributed. That means you may be resting under fabric that another passenger used hours earlier. To guarantee cleanliness, bring your own lightweight travel blanket or inflatable pillow. Compact travel gear takes up little space and ensures comfort without the uncertainty of airline-provided items. Chapter 8. Air vents. Your invisible germ shield. Overhead air vents are more than a comfort feature. They can protect you. Keeping the vent open directs filtered air downward, pushing away airborne particles. This reduces the chance of breathing in germs from nearby passengers. Health experts often recommend keeping the vent slightly angled toward your face. Combined with regular hand hygiene, this creates a personal barrier against the spread of illness. During flu season or in crowded cabins, this small adjustment can make a major difference. Chapter 9. Why window shades must be open during landing. Crew often insist passengers raise window shades during takeoff and landing, and the reason is safety. Open shades let passengers and crew spot hazards such as smoke, fire, or debris outside. They also help your eyes adapt to outside light levels, whether it's bright daylight or nighttime darkness. Emergency responders on the ground can also see into the cabin more easily when shades are up. It's a simple request with important safety implications. Chapter 10. Seat, location, and survival odds. Where you sit can affect your experience and, in rare cases, your odds of survival. Accident studies suggest passengers in rear sections, especially middle seats, have slightly higher survival rates. Proximity to exits is another key factor. Being near a door means evacuating faster in emergencies. While modern aviation is incredibly safe, anxious travelers often choose seats in the rear or near exits for added peace of mind. Even in normal flights, rear seats sometimes offer quieter cabins and faster service in certain layouts. Chapter 11. Flight attendant codes and silent communication. Behind their smiles, flight attendants are constantly communicating. Subtle gestures, discreet taps, and coded chimes signal turbulence, passenger issues, or security concerns. These systems allow the crew to handle situations calmly without alarming the cabin. The coordination you see is the result of rigorous training, ensuring that problems are addressed quickly and quietly. For passengers, the smoothness of service hides a layer of constant vigilance and teamwork. Chapter 12. Crew rest compartments you never see. On long-haul flights, pilots and attendants need rest to perform safely. Hidden compartments within the aircraft provide this space. Sometimes above the ceiling, sometimes below the floor, these crew-only areas have bunks or small lounges. Passengers rarely see them, but they are critical for flight safety. Rested crew handle emergencies better and deliver smoother service. Knowing this can reassure travelers who wonder how the crew stays alert on journeys lasting 12 hours or more. Chapter 13. Why boarding order matters more than you think. Boarding feels chaotic, but airlines design it with strategy. Early boarding gives elite travelers and families with children time to settle, but it also ensures overhead bins fill in predictable patterns. Late boarders often find themselves separated from their carry-ons, slowing down disembarkation and complicating emergencies. Some experts recommend boarding as early as possible, even paying for priority, to reduce stress and keep essentials close at hand. Chapter 14. The real danger of turbulence. Turbulence unnerves many passengers, but aircraft are designed to withstand it. The danger isn't to the plane, it's to passengers not buckled in. Every year, injuries occur when people ignore the seatbelt sign or walk around during bumps. The safest habit is simple. Keep your seatbelt fastened whenever seated. Even light turbulence can throw an unrestrained passenger against the ceiling or aisle. Staying buckled is the easiest way to avoid injuries. Chapter 15. Cabin pressure and its strange effects. Aircraft cabins are pressurized to simulate 6,000 to 8,000 feet above sea level. This reduced oxygen level makes your body work harder, sometimes leading to fatigue, headaches, or dizziness. Gas inside your body also expands, explaining bloating during flights. Feet and ankles often swell due to fluid retention. To reduce discomfort, hydrate regularly, avoid alcohol, and stretch your legs. Simple calf exercises while seated can also improve circulation and reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis. Chapter 16. Eating light for a smoother flight. Heavy meals combined with cabin pressure changes can lead to bloating and indigestion. Salty or carbonated foods worsen the effect. Smart travelers eat light before boarding, focusing on protein, fruit or vegetables. Bringing small snacks like nuts or energy bars helps if airline meals don't suit your taste. Skipping carbonated drinks before takeoff reduces stomach discomfort. Eating smart makes long flights far more pleasant. Chapter 17. Contact lenses versus dry air. Cabin air is extremely dry, often under 20% humidity, lower than most deserts. Contact lenses dry quickly in these conditions, causing discomfort or blurred vision. Sleeping with lenses in during flights can be painful. Frequent flyers switch to glasses or use moisturizing drops approved for contact wearers. Keeping a case and glasses in your carry-on is a simple way to avoid irritation and protect your eyes. Chapter 18. Why pilots speak in calm, vague language. In-flight announcements are carefully worded. Paperwork delays may mean mechanical checks, and light turbulence could be moderate. This isn't deception. It's a deliberate strategy to avoid panic. Crews are trained to use calm, reassuring language, balancing transparency with passenger comfort. Experienced flyers often listen for patterns or phrasing to guess the real situation, but for most passengers, the calm delivery maintains confidence. Chapter 19. The truth about in-flight Wi-Fi. Onboard Wi-Fi feels like a modern essential, but it's far from perfect. Connections depend on satellites and ground stations, meaning signals can drop over oceans or remote regions. Speeds vary widely, and streaming often lags. Security is another concern. Shared networks are more vulnerable to attacks. Experts recommend downloading files and entertainment before the flight, and avoiding sensitive logins mid-air. Using Wi-Fi for casual browsing is fine, but don't rely on it for critical work. Chapter 20. Smoke detectors and the mile-high myth. Every airplane lavatory contains sensitive smoke detectors designed to pick up even tiny traces of smoke or vapor. Tampering with them is a federal offense in many countries, with heavy penalties. Some systems connect directly to the cockpit. Passengers who think they can sneak cigarettes, vaping, or other activities quickly discover the reality. These detectors exist to protect everyone on board, and enforcement is strict. Chapter 21. Why airplane food tastes different. Many travelers complain that airline meals taste bland, but the issue isn't just the recipe. Cabin pressure and dry air reduce your sense of smell and taste. Studies show salt and sugar detection drops by up to 30% at altitude. Airlines often add extra seasoning to compensate, but meals still seem dull. Bringing your own snacks or choosing dishes with strong natural flavors like curries or tomato-based meals can improve the experience. Chapter 22. What happens when a plane is struck by lightning? Lightning strikes aircraft more often than passengers realize, but modern planes are built to handle them. The aluminum skin conducts electricity around the cabin and out through designated points, usually wingtips or the tail. Passengers may see a flash or hear a bang, but serious damage is extremely rare. Pilots are trained for these events, and the aircraft undergoes inspection afterward. Knowing this can ease fears during storms. Chapter 23. The hidden reason boarding is slow. Many passengers wonder why boarding feels inefficient. The truth is that airlines balance speed with revenue. Boarding back to front might seem logical, but premium and elite passengers board first for convenience. This slows the process, but maintains loyalty from frequent flyers. Airlines also know that bottlenecks push more travelers to pay for early boarding perks. It's not just logistics, it's strategy. Flying is one of the safest ways to travel, but comfort and safety depend on knowledge. From understanding oxygen masks to knowing why food tastes different at altitude, these flight secrets reveal what really happens behind the scenes. Small choices, keeping shoes on, using the air vent, or eating light, can transform your experience. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Epic Voyage for more insider travel tips, hidden airline truths, and destination insights. Safe travels, and see you on the next journey.